All right. Good morning, everybody. Can you all hear me okay? I assume so I'm just going to get started. All right. Good morning, Vincent Massey. Welcome to the Diversify Celebration 2023. Today, we are pleased to share with you music, fashion, art, and stories that represent some of the ethnic and cultural heritage of our school. This whole thing was put on by the Diversify Committee, which started in 2016 as a celebration of Black History Month. And we have since expanded to include all cultures imaginable. Culture can be transmitted through language, material object, rituals, institution, art, and so many more mediums.
Diversify is a group that dedicates itself to education through the celebration of global cultures. How this goal is achieved is through presentations about different cultures by students who hail from that culture, shows like this displaying the diversity of Massey and the biannual Black History Month event. This year, they will be showing the movie Black Ice here in the gym later today. As a UNESCO school, our job is to promote collaboration among the nations through education, science, and culture, and to further universal respect for justice, for the rule of law, and for human rights and fundamental freedoms, which are affirmed for the peoples of the world without distinction of race, sex, language, or religion. This event is all about embracing and uniting in the diversity that we have here at Massey.
All right, so first up, we have a few guest speakers and guest performers we would like to introduce. First up is the president of Black History Manitoba Celebration Committee, as well as the president of the Jamaican Association of Manitoba. She is a retired teacher and is very involved with the community and appreciates the multicultural aspect of Winnipeg. Please welcome Mrs. Mavis McLaren.
Thank you very much. Assistant Superintendent Colleen Roberts, Principal Ian Rifle, teachers, Ms. Turnbull, Mrs. Stewart, and student body organizer of this diversity celebration, Vincent Massey students, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Greetings from Black History Manitoba. Happy Diversity Day. It gives me great pleasure to be here once again celebrating Diversity Day with you. You are like a beacon, a light making your light shine for all of us. We appreciate you, we applaud you, for the many years of celebrating diversity. With your leadership and commitment to showcase minority and ethnic diversity is an example for all to imitate. Recently, I was speaking with an official of this province, and she had glowing regards for Vincent Massey in terms of the work it has done on inclusion and diversity you have displayed over these many years. I say this is one for the history books, and I hope it's being documented for many to study and to read about now and in future. You have a great lineup of entertainment, fashion show, and a speaker who will be highlighting inclusion, a topic that is very dear to my heart. I look forward to all of this today. Lastly, but not least, I would like to share with you the theme for Black History 2023, and that is resistance, remember, recognize, educate. And so I leave you with this saying: remember, when you learn, teach. And remember, and when you get you also should give. Have a great celebration. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Mavis, for those very inspiring and very creative words. Thank you.
في تنوع يوجد جمال وهناك قوة.
다양성에는 아름다움과 힘이 있습니다.
In Diversität liegt die Schönheit und die Stärke.
En la diversidad hay belleza y fuerza.
በልዩነት ውስጥ ውበት አለ፣ ጥንካሬ አለ።
Trong sự đa dạng có vẻ đẹp và sức mạnh.
多様性には美しさと強さがあります。
In verscheidenheid zit schoonheid en kracht.
Avec la diversité, il y a la beauté et il y a de la force.
In diversity, there is beauty and there is strength. Maya Angelou.
And next, I would like to invite Jay Stoller to the stage, please.
Check one. There we go. We got power. All right. Thank you very much. Just big thank you for having myself and my colleague here this morning. We're excited to share with you some of the rhythms and dance moves of West Africa. And I've got a group here in Winnipeg called the Drum Cafe, and we specialize in West African music and dance. And just as a little bit of an introduction, I've spent a number of years living in West Africa in a country called Ghana, and I studied music over there. And so what I'm sharing with you this morning is some of what I learned while I was living there from my teachers and some of the elders in the communities over there that shared their music and their culture with me. So I'm just going to get warmed up on the drum for a moment, and then I'll bring up my dancer. Tamia is her name, and I hope you enjoy.
Thank you very much, Jay and the Drum Cafe. That was very amazing.
We acknowledge that we are gathering on pastoral land of Treaty 1 territory. These lands are heartland of the Métis people. We acknowledge that our water is sourced from Shaw Lake 40 First Nation.
Aujourd'hui et à chaque jour, nous nous reconnaissons que l'Institut collégial Vincent Massey se retrouve sur les terres ancestrales de la traité numéro 1. Nous nous reconnaissons que notre eau potable provient de Première Nation Shaw Lake 40 sur la traité numéro 3. Nous engageons à chaque jour avec un esprit de collaboration, réconciliation et vérité. Je veux aussi ajouter que les terres où je proviens, au sud du Québec, sont les terres traditionnelles du Ganyangeha. And now I would like to introduce Ms. Colleen Roberts. She is the former Vice Principal of Vincent Massey and is currently a Senior Administrator at the Pembina Trails School Division.
Good morning. It's my absolute honor and pleasure to be here this morning to join you for the Diversify Multicultural Event 2023. I bring greetings from the senior admin team from the board office, our superintendent, Lisa Bowles, our other assistant superintendent, Troy Scott, and our secretary treasurer, Nora Wood. Our work at the board office is clear. We know we need to do our work around diversity, our work around inclusion, our work around equity. We are working with the consultants at the board office and looking to move the needle in our work in the school division towards policies around anti-racism. It's important work, and today is such a celebration of what's going on in schools and how we can support that work. I'd like to thank the administration of this school for having me here today, Mr. Riffle, Ms. Smith, and Ms. Miller. Mr. Riffle and I go back. We've worked in 2 schools together. I just want to take a moment to celebrate Mr. Riffle. His influence on me and his inspiration for me has been impactful. I recall one of his messages so clearly in the assemblies with students. We would talk to students about the fact that this is the generation we're waiting for. Clearly today, we have students who've made this event so spectacular. I'm so excited to see this, and I know this is the generation we've been waiting for. It's been a difficult 2 years, so to be here to celebrate this event in person is just so fantastic. I'd like to thank Ms. Stewart for her work. I've worked with her for a few years, and she is the heart and soul of this effort. Diversify is her baby. She has been listening to students, honoring children of color, bringing students together, and really building Diversify to where we are today. Ms. Turnbull, your work is spectacular as you're creative and inclusive in organizing all of this. You've been listening to Massey students and hearing their voice. I want to share briefly for a few moments about some students who've gone through this school and their impact. The theme for today is inclusion, and I would really like for you to know and maybe even look up a student by the name of Elsie Tellier. She graduated from ICVMC in 2015. She attended Harvard and has gone on to the University of Toronto where she's studying law. I tell you that because Elsie also has cystic fibrosis. Her effort to come to school on a daily basis when I was here with her was incredible. And teachers, long before the pandemic and we were doing things virtually, were being really creative. Ms. McMurray, Mr. Yard, Ms. Kilty, they were helping her do her work from home on virtual long before we were into it with the pandemic. Another student I'd like you to know the name of from this school who illustrates inclusion is Louisa Aquino. She graduated from ICVMC in 2016. She was a leader at Massey. She had some difficult times here and led our school in our efforts around mental health. She knew and understood what needed to happen. We hosted a full day because of Louisa, and it was called Strive to Thrive. And it was an effort for us all to understand mental health and the work that needs to be done. Another student I'd like to leave you with and echo her name is Anita Izukum. She was a French immersion graduate from ICVMC in 2017. She was a valedictorian here. She went on to Duke University. I tell you that because Anita was also very involved with DIVERSIFY and helped to move DIVERSIFY from Black History Month focus into inclusion and celebrating all cultures. My last point today is to invite all of you sitting here in this gymnasium to be those students, whatever you define that to be, whether it's supporting mental health, stepping up around a DIVERSIFY effort. I invite you to think about what it is you want to leave. Are you the generation we're waiting for? What is it that you want to have an impact about? Be that generation, be that graduate. Join a group, have a voice. This is the school to do that in. I invite you to take a look at a book, look at social media with a critical eye, and figure out what it is, the message that you want to take with you. Be informed. I thank you for listening to me today and enjoy your day. Thanks so much.
Thank you very much, Miss Colleen Roberts, for those words. I would now like to invite Laurel Chante to the stage.
See you driving round town with the girl I love, and I'm like, forget you. I guess the change in my pocket wasn't enough. I'm like, forget you and forget her too. Said if I was richer, I'd still be with you. Ha, ain't that some? Although there's pain in my chest, I still wish you the best with her. Forget you. Sorry, I can't afford a Ferrari, but that don't mean I can't get you there. I guess he's an Xbox, and I'm more of an Atari. Hey, but the way you play your game ain't fair. I pity the fool that falls in love with you. Well, ooh, I've got some news for you. Why don't you go and run and tell your little boyfriend? I see you driving around town with the girl I love, and I'm like, forget you. I guess the change in my pocket wasn't enough. I'm like, forget you and forget her too. Said if I was richer, I'd still be with you. Ain't that some? Although there's pain in my chest, I still wish you the best with the forget you. Now I'm sorry, and I'm never alright. Hey, begging, still lying, cheap. They're trying to please ya, trying to keep ya. Cause being in love with you ain't cheap. I pity the fool that falls in love with you. Hell. I've got some news for you. You know I really hate you right now, right? I see you driving downtown with the girl I love, and I'm like, forget you. I guess the change in my pocket wasn't enough. I'm like, forget you and forget her too. Said if I was richer, I'd still be with you. Ain't that some? Although there's pain in my chest, I still wish you the best. wasn't enough. I'm like, forget you and forget her too. Said if I was richer, I'd still be with you. Ain't that some? Ain't that some? Although there's pain in my chest, I still wish you the best. With the forget you.
Give it up for Laurel. Thank you very much, Laurel. That was a bop and a half.
بمفردنا لا يمكننا فعل الكثير معا يمكننا فعل الكثير.
혼자 하면 적은 것을, 함께 하면 더 많은 것을 할 수 있습니다.
Alleine können wir wenig erreichen, zusammen können wir so viel mehr.
Solos podemos hacer poco, juntos podemos hacer mucho.
እኛ ብቻችንን ብዙ ነገር ማድረግ የምንችላቸው ነገሮች አሉ።
Một mình chúng ta có thể làm được rất ít, nhưng cùng nhau có thể làm được rất nhiều.
一人でできることは少ししかありませんが、みんなでできることはたくさんあります。
Alleen kunnen we zo weinig doen. Samen we kunnen zoveel.
Mag-isa kaunti ka ating kayang gawin. Magkasama mas malayo ang ating makakating.
Seul, on peut faire si peu. Ensemble, on peut faire n'importe quoi.
Alone, we can do so little. Together, we can do so much. Helen Keller. Now, please welcome the Indigenous drumming group led by Dr. Ray Coco Stevenson.
Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and boys and girls. You know, I was given the name Pimo Semainga, which means walking wolf in the Ojibwe language. And we had 3 different sessions to get together. And I was pleasantly surprised on the effort that was made and the progress that was made. You know, I've been very lucky and fortunate enough to be able to compose music. And one of the songs I composed is a song that I acknowledge are women that do a lot of work for the world and for our people, the protectors of the water. And when we have women, elders, grandmothers that do that work, we call those women Ogechi Takwe, which translates to warrior woman. Miigwech means thank you. Kinana Komen is a way of acknowledging them. So this song talks about our Ogechi Takwe, thanking them and acknowledging them. And I'm very proud of these guys, you know. We have one that only showed up yesterday and is a substitute teacher, and he learned it right away, so now he's with us today, so. Oh, no, he's not. Oh. Okay, all right. And I don't want to be rude or anything, but I'm going to turn this way so I can be like the conductor kind of guy, all right? So this is a song I call Honoring and Acknowledging Our Warrior Women. If this ends up being too loud, I'm just gonna shut it off. And thank you.
All right, thank you, Dr. Ray, Coco Stevenson, and the rest of the drummers. All right, next I would like to introduce some Vincent Massey and FRC students who will be doing some Yazidi dancing for us. Well, apparently they're not ready right now, which is, yeah, kind of concerning. We're trying to find them. So, yeah, I'm sorry for that. So, yeah, how you doing? Y'all doing all right? Yeah, there's a car in the parking lot with its lights on. License plate, get over here. If that's your car, yeah, go fix it, please. If not, I'm gonna steal it. It's gonna go pretty well on Kijiji, I think. I'll see where they are, just give me a sec. Well, we found them. got my stand back. That saves a lot of strength. All right, thank you very much, EZD dancers from Massey and FRC.
في النهاية لن نتذكر كلمات أعدائنا بل صمت أصدقائنا.
결국엔 적들의 말을 기억하는 것이 아니라 우리 친구들의 침묵을 기억할 것입니다.
Am Ende werden wir uns nicht an die Worte unserer Feinde, sondern an das Schweigen unserer Freunde erinnern.
Al final no recordaremos las palabras de nuestros enemigos, sino el silencio de nuestros amigos.
በመጨረሻ የምናስበው የጠላቶቻችን ቃል ሳይሆን የወዳጆቻችን ዝምታ ነው።
Cuối cùng, chúng ta sẽ không nhớ đến lời kẻ thù mà sẽ nhớ đến sự im lặng của bạn bè.
最後に私たちは敵の言葉ではなく友人の沈黙を思い出すでしょう。
Nime udi digasi ichache inwere ima ma inwere ike.
Uit hun gelijk zullen we ons niet de woorden van onze vijanden herinneren, maar de stilte van onze vrienden.
Après tout, nous ne rappellerons pas les paroles de nos ennemis. Nous rappellerons la silence de notre ami.
In the end, we will remember not the words of our enemies, but the silence of our friends. Martin Luther King, Jr.
All right, next I would like to invite Aaron Peters to the stage, please.
A little bit? Hey, there you go. How's everybody doing today? You guys having fun today? You guys okay? It's good to be back here. I did a show here a long time ago. It's good to be back in this room. There's a good feeling in this school. I want to thank you guys for having me. My name is Aaron Peters. This is Noella. Say hi, Noella. She's my support. She's my support. Long time ago. No, I'm good. Yeah, thank you so much. I'm good. Long time ago when treaties were being signed, the native people brought their women because that's what they do. They right beside. And one of the questions they had of the colonials when they were signing the treaties was, where are your women? How come they're not with you at this important point in time for our nations? How come they're not there? So, women play an important part in our society. So, my name is Aaron Peters. I'm from Long Plain First Nation. Noella is from Ebb and Flow First Nation. And I've been writing songs for quite some time. I was in a foster home. I grew up in the foster homes, in and out. So I did see my parents sporadically here and there. And very lonely existence. Not too many friends. People were trying to be friendly, but it was difficult for me, being a little guy, being away from mom and dad and my sisters and brothers. But I had this thing here. My daughter plays guitar a little bit. None of my other children play guitar. But this thing was my best friend during the loneliest parts of my journey. And we became really, really close friends. And I'd play stuff like Guns N' Roses, and I'd play stuff like, Judas Priest. And once in a while, I'd sing a song from my heart. I'd write a song from my heart. It wasn't until I was about 24 years old before I started really delving into what it meant to me to be First Nations person in Canada. It was a part of me that I didn't really want to look at because I felt ashamed of who I was. But the day came when I had to write a song about that, and write a song about what I knew growing up, what I seen growing up. Both of my parents went to residential schools, and so there was a lot of that energy in the house. Whenever I'd go back home, there was a lot of that energy in the house, and I could feel it. It was sadness, and there was trauma, and I didn't know what those things were, but I could feel them in the house. And so I had to deal with that. And so I wrote this song. This is called Perfect Crime. From unmarked graves, their bones cry out. Don't let what happened to us be forgotten. Indian hunters were paid for each scalp by the government. You have nothing to be proud of, my white friend, but it's your world. It's your world. And if ever there was a perfect crime, if ever there was a perfect crime, I grew up in an empty room, in a foster house full of strangers. Every dream I had about going home never ever did come true. They lie broken like the promises that litter every street and every alley in your world. In your world. And if ever there was a perfect crime, if ever there was a perfect crime, from ourselves we hide. From unmarked graves, their bones cry out. Don't let what happened to us be forgotten. Thank you. So that song won some awards in Canada and the States. There's a music video online. Perfect Crime, Aaron Peters. And for a while there, that was a statement that I was happy to just end it on. Like, that's my statement. Not going to write any songs about that anymore. It's too traumatic. But then last year, some people contacted me. They're doing a TV show. They're shooting it here in Winnipeg. It's going to be on Crave soon. Crave? NAPTN. And I have a production studio downtown, recording studio and film studio, and they wanted some help to find people to act as background actors in this show. And so I got involved. And I was actually appeared in the show as well as a background actor, and I got to know what the movie was about, what the TV show was about. And the TV show is about 60 Scoop children, and so 60 Scoop might not be something that everybody here is aware of or familiar with, but for somebody like me and somebody like Noella, it's an everyman story for us. Because a lot of us got taken away, and a lot of us grew up away from our parents. So it was really interesting to be a part of this show, to get dressed up in the 80s garb and to be acting and walking down the street, and all the camera crews are there and everything like that. And the story is about a woman who goes back to find her roots after growing up away from her family in another country. And so she comes back. And I wanted to write a song about that. So but I didn't really know enough about it. So I talked to Noella, and Noella told me, because Noella grew up that way, and I said, what was it like to be in that experience, being a 60 Scoop survivor? And Noella said to me, she said that she used to walk. When she went to the hometown where she knew her parents and her family were, and she walked the streets, and she was looking for somebody that would recognize her as somebody that would look like somebody that would be a relative of somebody that they knew in the town. And so that if they recognized her, Noella was hoping that they would tell her where her parents were, tell her where her siblings were. And when she told me that, it broke my heart. And I wrote this song, and this is called Little Bird. Maybe if you drive all night, you can leave all the lies behind you. Maybe when the morning comes, the lights of home you never knew will welcome you. Maybe if you walk these streets, someone will recognize
just where all the answers are. The streets are on fire. Your wings are so tired, little bird. Where will you find the truth? Only you deserve, little bird. Where will you find the truth? Only you know, little bird. Little bird, where will you find the truth? Only you deserve, little bird. Where will you find the truth? Only you know, little bird. Where will you find the truth? Only you deserve, little bird. Where will you find the truth? Only you know, little bird.
Thank you so much. Have a great rest of your day. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Aaron Peters. Those songs were very moving. There may be a puddle of my tears backstage. All right, next I would like to invite Oleski and Daniel to the stage for more live music.
Цой жив. Блять.
Вместо тепла зелень стекла, вместо огня дым. Стрелки календаря выхвачен день. Красное солнце сгорает дотла, день догорает с ним. На пылающий город падает тень. Перемен требуют наши сердца. Перемен требуют наши глаза. В нашем смехе, в наших слезах и в пульсации вен. Перемен, мы ждем перемен. мудростью глаз и умелыми жестами рук. Нам не нужно все это, чтоб друг друга понять. Сигареты в руках, чай на столе, так замыкается круг. Нам становится страшно что-то менять. Перемен требуют наши сердца. Перемен требуют наши глаза. В нашем смехе, в наших слезах и в пульсации век. Перемен, мы ждем перемен. Мы не можем похвастаться мудростью глаз и умелыми жестами рук. Нам не надо все это, чтоб друг друга понять. Сигареты в руках, чай на столе, так замыкается круг. Вдруг нам становится страшно что-то менять. Перемен требуют наши сердца. Перемен требуют наши глаза. В нашем смехе, в наших слезах и в пульсации вен. Перемен, мы ждем перемен. Чарівний, ніби променем всипаний, чи загадався, чи спить. Генна струнки та високі, осичені листя пестливо тремтить. Генна струнки та високі, осичені листя пестливо тремтить. Ти не лякайся, що змерзнеш, лебедонько, тепло нех вітру, ні хмар. Я пригорну тебе до свого серденька, а воно палке, як жар. Я пригорну тебе до свого серденька, а воно палке, як жар.
Thank you.
закружил, ветер в поле закружил, ветер в поле закружил, ветер в поле закружил. Лопатомия, 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 лопатомия. Расцвела в саду сирень, расцвела в саду сирень, расцвела в саду сирень, да зацвела в саду сирень. Лопатомия, 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 лопатомия. Вот такая да вот хуйня, вот такая да вот хуйня, вот такая да вот хуйня, вот такая да вот хуйня. Лопатомия, 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 лопатомия.
All right, thank you, Oreski and Daniel.
التنوع هو المزيج، التضمين هو جعل المزيج يعمل.
다양성은 섞임입니다. 포용이 그것을 가능하게 만듭니다.
Diversität ist der Mix. Inklusion ist der Grund, warum es funktioniert.
La diversidad es la mezcla. Inclusión es hacer la mezcla funcionar.
በማባዛት ድብልቅ ማካተት ድብልቁን እንዲሰራ እያደረገ ነው።
Sự đa dạng là sự pha trộn, bao gồm làm cho sự hỗn hợp hoạt động.
多様性はミックスです。イリュージョンはミックスを機能させます。
Diversiteit is de mix. Inclusie is ervoor zorgen dat de mix werkt.
La diversité, c'est un mélange. L'inclusion, c'est de faire fonctionner ce mélange.
Diversity is the mix. Inclusion is making the mix work. Andres Tapia.
Okay, next up we have the McConnell School of Dance. They are one of the oldest Irish dance troupes in North America and under direction of accomplished dancer and choreographer Shailene McConnell Finucane and Wendy Havens. McConnell dancers are recognized for their high caliber, energetic performances, which encompass both traditional and contemporary forms of Irish dance. National and international award-winning McConnell dancers compete at the highest level, including the North America and World Irish Dance Championships in Ireland, and perform for the British Isles Pavilion during Folklorama. So, please give it up for the McConnell School of Dance. All right, one more time from McConnell School of Dance. That was great, everyone. All right, now I would like to introduce our keynote speaker, the Vice President of the University of Manitoba Student Union, Tracy Karuhogo. Tracy is an international student studying at the U of M. She is in her 4th year, majoring in psychology with a minor in women and gender studies. Tracy has served in several different positions on the student union, first as women's representative and currently the vice president of student life. She is passionate about advocacy surrounding women and the Black community. She was also awarded the Black Student Female Award in 2022 at the Magnificent Women's Awards. Now please give it up for Tracy Karuhogo.
Hello, I'm so excited to be here. And this is my first time at Vincent Massey, so I am so overwhelmed and the performances have been amazing so far, which is great. Can I get some help just to push this a bit? I don't know how to work electronics, so if someone could just help me. I just need help with like putting this up. I don't know why it's not staying. It's just not. Okay, when I was about your age, I was not proud of being Black. And to be frank, I hated it. I am from a third world country, Uganda, where the women's seductive walk is said to be the cause of car accidents. Where the only way you can get a police officer to take your sexual assault case seriously is if you give him a really tight hug and a kiss on the cheek. I remember in our last year of high school, we call it Senior 6, my friends and I always joked about how we would handle university in Uganda. Although my dad and I had had conversations about coming to Canada, it was not guaranteed, well, because you know visas are given out every full moon or solar eclipse. So I had to apply to universities there as well. Anyways, my friends and I talked about how we were going to attend our lectures. Our game plan was not to come too early, but not to be too late either. We would not dress up in a way that might be perceived as provocative, but we could not dress up too modestly either. We would not sit at the front of the class, but also not at the back. We would participate in class a little bit, not too much, but we would not be too quiet either. We knew that our grades and graduation eligibility laid in the hands of entirely male professors and lecturers. We knew that we could not stand out in any way. Don't get me wrong, I love my country. It has some of the most beautiful scenery and attractions I have seen. The food is to die for, and I can honestly say I am where I am because of both the good and the bad of it. I mean, Winston Churchill did call it the Pearl of Africa for a reason. It's just that the women are not treated like the pearls they are. The moral of the story is that being a woman in Uganda is a challenge. One fact about me is I have always loved watching television. Whether it's soap operas, movies, series, celebrity news, name it all. I have watched it and I still do. In fact, when my mom wanted us to do chores or homework, she bribed us with the promise of watching TV, and it worked. So here I am, a young Black girl, struggling to understand why I am coming head to head with so many roadblocks, all because I am a girl. And I'm watching all these different shows, and guess what I see? Women who are being promoted in jobs, women whose stories are being believed and whose voices are being heard. I am seeing other girls like me having promising careers. But there's just one catch. these women do not look like me. They do not speak like me. They do not dress like me. And that's because these women are white. Now, this makes me think that maybe my country is the problem. And that maybe my race is the problem as well. The white women seem to be progressing a lot quicker than the women who look like me. Fast forward to after I received my visa in 2019, I am excited to be coming to Canada, a place whose grass I saw as greener. Little did I know, I was going to be hit with a different kind of struggle. Coined by Kimberly Crenshaw, intersectionality explains how social categorizations like race, gender, class, sexuality overlap in creating different structures of discrimination, oppression, and privilege. You can imagine how heartbroken I was when I realized that even though I was running away from the sexism in my country, where women were silenced, I had come to a country where the color of my skin affected the way I was treated. Intersectionality made me see that I had more barriers to break down, and that as I advocated, I could not do it for just one part of my identity. So here I am, again, and my eyes have been opened to the fact that I will not only be fighting the system of discrimination as a woman, but also as a Black person. That is when it hit me that my story, my expectations, my experience was different from the women I was watching. This is what Chimamanda called the danger of a single story. Now, I have a question for you. Take 30 seconds to think about the difference between diversity and inclusion. See, diversity is about being introduced into the circle, while inclusion is about being introduced into the circle, being given a platform in that circle, being given a voice in that circle, and that voice being given value within that circle. The shows I loved watching as a girl had Black people. They even had Black women in them. But the voices that were put at the forefront were those of the white women. This media had diversity, but they just didn't have inclusion. When we talk about inclusion, it's good to recognize how far we have come. But it's also important to acknowledge that there is more work to be done. It is sometimes hard for us to notice areas in our day-to-day lives where there is a lack of inclusion. For example, why do I have to add for Black girls to everything I search for on Pinterest or Google? Hairstyles for Black girls, outfits for Black girls, skincare routines for Black girls. And don't get me started on the brands that say their products are for all hair types or skin. As I say all this, the one theme that has been ever present in my life, something I have always been passionate about, is being included and being inclusive of others. Growing up, whenever I was afraid of doing something new or contemplating doing something out of my comfort zone, I was always looking for people who I could relate to. How did another Black woman feel doing this? How was the Black girl received when she did it? Are there even any Black people who have done this before me? But one day, I woke up and I was tired of chasing inclusion. So I decided to take it into my own hands and include myself. If you are from any minority group, there is a high chance that society will make you fear taking up space in any environment, whether it's your classroom, your workplace, your friend group, your favorite hobby, name it. But if you let this fear consume you and you do not take up space, then you are silenced. Your stories cannot be told, your experiences cannot be shared. So I made a vow to unapologetically take up space. If they do not give you a seat at the table, bring your own chair. If they do not give you a microphone, project your voice. I choose to carry inclusion with me every day. I am proud to be Black. I am proud to be a woman. Above all, I am proud to be a Black woman anywhere, anytime. So my question to you is, will you allow yourself to take up some space? Thank you.
Thank you so much.
لا يمكن لأي ثقافة أن تعيش إذا حاولت أن تكون حصرية.
排他的であろうとする文化は生きていけない。
Không có một nền văn hóa nào được tồn tại nếu nó cố gắng độc quyền.
Geen enkele cultuur kan leven als de exclusief probeert te zijn.
Aucune culture survivra si elle essaie d'être exclusif.
No culture can live if it attempts to be exclusive. Mahatma Gandhi.
All right, our next performers are the Red Lotus Korean Dance Group. It is an organization where you can learn Korean dance and musical instruments, and anyone can join if they would like. Fan dance is one of the traditional Korean dances and is a performance that expresses beauty by making various forms with fans. The music employs a lot of traditional styles from Korea, but this performance is a fusion dance that dances to a song played with the traditional instrument with modern music. Now please give it up for the Red Lotus Korean Dance Group. working? There we go, that's better. All right, let me hear it one more time for Korean Red Lotus Dance Group. All right, now we're gonna get into the fun portion. I mean, if the past portions weren't fun already. All right, so we have a bunch of people here from Massey who decided to, hey, show off their cultural clothes. So I'm gonna let them out soon.
لم يفوت الأوان أبدا لتخلي عن تحيزاتك.
All right, first up we have Favor, who is modeling a beige and brown Nigerian clothing with thorn leaf design. This outfit is made up of a buba, a loose blouse that reaches down a little below the waist, and an iro, the bottom part of the clothing, which is a rectangular shaped skirt or cloth wrapped around the waist, and the headgear, which is called a gele. I think it looks great, yeah? Yeah.
Nunca es demasiado tarde para dejar tus prejuicios.
Next we have Adrian, Holly, and Crystal, who are all wearing tong suits from China. The tong suit actually just refers to the jacket rather than the entire outfit itself. The name comes from the Tang Dynasty. So yeah, looks pretty great, eh? Yeah.
ጭፍን ጥላቻን ለመተው መቼም አለመፍረድ።
All right, next up is Jisun, who is wearing a traditional hanbok. If she is, yeah, there she is. This garment is for both men and women for formal occasions. It is handmade and can be brightly colored or more subdued. It all depends on personal preference. It was seen a lot around Korea on New Year's, and hey, you can see it now too. Dang, y'all are loud, jeez, I did not expect that.
Es ist niemals zu spät, deine Vorurteile abzulegen.
Alrighty, next we have Yusra. Yusra is modeling for us a traditional Yazidi dress, also known as the Kurdish traditional dress. Mostly worn in Iraq, Syria, Turkey, and Iran. It's usually made of very colorful clothing in a long dress or a gown. And I see there's also a Kurdistan flag there. I do like flags. A lot of jewelry is incorporated in this, and I think it looks fabulous.
편견을 버리기 늦지 않았습니다.
Next up is Moada. She's wearing a coat in green and yellow. Great colors. This outfit is the national costume of Sudanese women. The tobe is a long wraparound cloth on top of a shirt and a skirt or trousers. It covers the body entirely. It can be made from cotton, satin, polyester, jersey, denim, and other fabrics. Either way, it looks dang good.
Sẽ không bao giờ là quá muộn để từ bỏ định kiến của bạn.
Next up is Miriam, who is showing us a salwar kameez from Pakistan. This beautiful suit sure makes a statement. Comfort meets style in this embroidered garment. It's made of cotton to keep you cool on those hot Pakistani summers. And apart from being nice and cool, it's very fashionable. Now if I can find my paper, which is We have Madame Mueller, who is wearing a dress from Mexico and the Yucatan Peninsula. It blends traditional indigenous clothing of the area with clothing that is currently seen in Mexico. Hey, looks great, doesn't it? Eh? Yeah, yeah. All right. Thank you. Next we have Isla and Audrey and, well, the entire Massey School Dance people actually, who are wearing style solo dresses used for dance competitions. They have very, very intricate embroidery and are made in a wide variety of colors. Here we see some black and some blue. Soft shoes or gillies were originally made of deer skin and designed to traverse the uneven Irish coast. Apart from being great dancers, they look great, don't they? All right, next we have Madame Blasco and Lian, who are modeling traditional clothing from the Philippines. Madame Blasco is wearing a Filipina, which is a beautiful outfit with puffy butterfly sleeves. Lian is wearing an embroidered long-sleeve formal shirt known as the Bahang Tagalog, which is the male national dress of the Philippines. Apart from having good fried chicken, the Philippines also has beautiful clothing, eh? Yeah! Thank you both. Next we have Emily and Eileen. Emily is wearing a kipao, which is also known as a cheongsam, and is a Chinese traditional dress worn by all Chinese women on special occasions. Eileen is wearing a hanfu. The hanfu refers to the Han people's historical clothing prior to the Qin dynasty. Beautiful, beautiful colors. Next we have Madame Ayat and Quentin and Brayden, who are modeling ribbon shirts and skirts specially designed for Massey. These shirts and skirts are often a symbol of indigenous pride. They use a wide myriad of colors, and apart from that, it looks amazing. It uses the school colors of green, black, and white, but they also decided to add gray because that was an old school color. Looks good, looks fine, great. I mean, I modeled it good too, I gotta say.
Het is nooit te laat om je verordenen om te geven.
It's never too late to give up your prejudices. Thank you, everybody. Come on, you can go louder than that, come on. There. Well, there we go. So if y'all didn't hear me when I yelled, we have Coffee Man up next, who will be drumming and singing for us today. Give it up for Coffee Man.
to pick O. Everyone shout O! O! We're going to pick Ya! Ya! A! A! O! O! Ya! Ya! A! A! Now listen. Oh yeah, yeah, oh yeah, yeah, oh yeah, yeah. Very good. You're going to imitate me. One more time. Everyone clear your throat. Go like this. Okay, wait. Me first. Me first. Oh yeah, yeah, oh yeah, yeah, oh yeah, yeah. Ready? Wait till I finish. Wait till I finish, and then after that, it's your turn. Me first. Wait. Oh yeah, yeah, oh yeah, yeah, oh yeah, yeah. Ready, go. Oh yeah, yeah, oh yeah, yeah, oh yeah, yeah. Wait. Oh yeah, yeah, oh yeah, yeah, oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, oh yeah, yeah, oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, oh yeah, yeah, oh yeah, yeah. You know to yourself. This is the xylophone from Ghana, and I'm going to play you the echoes of the rivers. Ooh. Well, you are. Well, you are, yeah. Oh, ah, oh, ah, oh, ah, oh, ah. Give it up, hey, 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 hey. How you feeling? Now you got to imitate me. Everybody. Everybody. Bring your calabash. Bring your calabash. Ta 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 ta. Waya waya no kuku. Give me the clapping. 1, 2, 3, ta ta. 1, 2, 3, ta ta. Everybody, bring your calabash. Bring your calabash. Mafia no ketinaba. Waya wanu go. Eh, waya wanu go. Waya wanu go. Waya wanu go. Waya wanu go. Sway. Now, ladies and gentlemen, my young friends, I'm going to ask some of you to come here and do dance with Mr. Coffee. You're going to dance with me.
Come on, everybody welcome. Let's see if we can fill the stage to capacity.
What's up, Aiden? All right, everyone give it up! Very good. Okay, dance number 1. Everyone close your feet. Hold your hip. Now we all bounce. Audience, you're going to count for us. 8, 8. Ready, go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Work like a tree. Way and down. Way and down. Way and down. Way. Turn. Dance number 3. Hold your left hip, your right foot forward, your right finger up here. Now watch. You tap with your right foot, and we all going tap, tap, clockwise. 8 count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Dance number 5. Butterfly. Move your arms and your feet open. Now close. Now open. Give me 8. Go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And oh yes! Oh yes! Oh yes! Oh yes! After that, whatever I do, you follow me. DJ, touchdown. Play the music now. Everyone shout, showtime! Crank it up! 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 Ready? Go! Hey! 1, 2, 3, 4.
I'm not sure if y'all told me already, but did you like Coffee Man? Thank you so much, Coffee Man. That was just so much fun. You should have seen us backstage. It was a time.
الوحدة تبدأ معك إذا لم تكن كذلك فمن
통일, 당신이 아니라면 누가 시작하겠습니까?
Unidad empieza contigo, si no contigo, ¿con quién?
Einheit es startet mit dir, wenn nicht mit dir, mit wem dann?
Sự đoàn kết nó bắt đầu với bạn, nếu không phải với bạn là với ai?
団結それはあなたから始まる
Eenheid, het begint bij jou. Zo niet jij, wie dan?
L'unité, elle commence avec vous. Sinon vous, ça va être qui?
Unity. It starts with you. If not you, then who? The DC Project.
All right, everybody. That's all we got for you today. Sorry about that, but I hope y'all had fun. Did you? All right. Thank you all so much for coming. See it. I very much appreciate it. Go have a nice lunch break. And yeah, don't skip class. Be there for fourth period. I'm obliged to tell you that legally.
Don't step on the court, Laura.